Good morning, students. This is Arun Shah from the Millennium School, South City, Lucknow. Today, we are going to study about a new subject, economics, of class 9th, chapter 1, and the chapter name is The Story of a Village, Palampur. Before starting the chapter, first we introduce the chapter and the process of economics. It is actually known as the first chapter of economics deals with the concept of production. In this chapter, you will know the importance of land, labor, capital, which is also known as physical capital, entrepreneurship, which is also known as human capital. So, what is factors of production? Factors of production is a resources or inputs which are used in the production process, means the inputs which are being incurred in the production process. First is land. Land is a fixed in nature. It includes anything that comes from land, means land is a free gift of nature, and whatever is on the surface of the earth, means on the land, is a part of land, means water, oil, copper, natural resources. Now let's come to labor. What is labor? Labor, the person who is working with the production process, means it can be uneducated, it can be unskilled, it can be educated, it can be skilled. And why they are working? Because they want in return the economic rewards. Then let's come to capital, physical capital. Money is a capital? No, money is not a capital. Anything in return with money is a capital, means in return whatever we find, whatever we get in return of money, that is called capital. It can be machines, tools, etc. Human capital or entrepreneurship. Hard work? No, there's no hard work in entrepreneurship. That's a knowledge which actually combines all these three factors together. It can be a habit, skill, social, or personal attributes, means your personal stuff, your personal way of dealing things, your leadership quality. It all deals with the human capital, which is also known as factors of production. So now let's come to the first chapter, which is the village in Palampur. Before starting the chapter, let us first ease out a bit. Let's not make it a very formal lecture that you receive at school. Everyone just relax and enjoy economics. Since the time you started studying, you've studied many subjects like English, Hindi, history, geography, but never economics, right? So I would first introduce economics to you in the simplest of sense. First, what is economics? Economics is a Greek word and it is divided into two words. Eco means home and nomos means accounts. It is about the accounts of the house, means home. Our home is India. You can see India. So this is the cover page of our book. This is Understanding Economic Development, which you are going to study in your books. This is of class 10, but yeah, you will get of same page of this of class 9 you will get. So what you deal with every day at home? Food, clothing. I think I've told you before, your basic necessities, that is food, shelter and clothing. Same way here, what we have just crossed with some of the pictures which of production, consumption, distribution, goods and services. So let's discuss where did these economics agendas come from. Who is the father of economics? Can anybody tell me who is the father of economics? I think you can whispering within yourself right now, and you know the answer, that Adam Smith. Just imagine. Can you see the picture of imagining? Yes, I know you can. So there have been many discoveries, inventions, theories which over these years pertaining to economics. But father is the head, as we know. And when I say economics means accounts of your house, I do not mean the building where you live. Just imagine this right now, where you stay. I mean Mother India, our country. When we talk of economics, we need to consider Palampur as our place, our country, India. Our mother India, we always call our India as a mother, so we need to consider Palampur as a mother. So We will not study about inflation, demand, supply, consumers right, everything. No, wrong. We are going to study about the farming, the process in Palampur, which is the first chapter which tells us about the process of production and how it leads to consumption and distribution. And that is the main part of Palampur, which is known as the farming process, which is done on land. And they have portrayed a very simple, very easy way with portraying it through a story. Understood? So you have seen 70% of the farming is done in Palampur. Means the main occupation is farming, and main activity of Palampur is farming. Why we say Palampur, Palampur, Palampur every time? Palampur is a hypothetical village. You know what is hypothetical? It's an imaginary village. We have made that village. We know that how the process of production works, and for that we have made this here. We can say the main occupation has been farming, then there are natural and man-made things are also there. Before starting, you can see right now there is a very big bullock cart, tongas and buggies. These were the traditional way of commuting from one place to another, which was happening since years in Palampur. And now the new coming generation is actually adapting the motorcycles, jeeps, tractor, trucks you can see right now in the picture. So actually Palampur is connected with two neighboring villages. One is Shahapur and second is Raiganj. Shahapur is a very smallest town and it is nearby Palampur. But Raiganj is a very big village and it is only 3 kilometers away from Palampur. In Palampur, there are very rich people. As you can see the farmer picture with money in hand, it is a picture of a farmer because there are approximate 1800 people staying in Palampur and there are approximate 450 families of different caste and religion stays in Palampur. Out of these 450 families, there are 80 families which are upper caste families, we can say upper caste families, and which occupies the major part of the land. These are the people who have such big houses, they have such big villas. You can see the picture. These are the people who are having such big villas in a village which is known as Palampur. And 80 families out of 450 families are so rich that they have occupied major part of the land. So means they have the power to actually make other poor farmers to work on their land. You can see a poor farmer who's sitting there. These are the leftover families which are known as scheduled caste. And these scheduled caste, or in a bracket we can understand as Dalits. They occupy 1/3 of the population of the village, but then also the majority of the land is with whom? With the people, those who are rich. These families, these small farmers' family stays in small houses. I will show you the picture right now. The small houses which are made of mud, straw and many things which you can think of that we see these small places, see these small houses. They don't have facilities, they don't have anything which they can say as a luxury. They are living their life just to have a shelter on their top of their head. So they are just happy out of it, that yeah, they have something on their head, and this we can say that they have houses. These poor people are struggling to suffer in that village to get only the three necessities, that is food, clothing and shelter. Some of the villagers not even have a proper roof. Can you see the picture? The picture predicts that these type of houses, the farmers of these houses are working in some other land of actually, see what actually happens. The rich farmers working with the poor farmers. How they occupies the land, and on that land the people, the poor farmer comes and they work on it. So on a bigger land area they work on daily wages, the small farmers, and then they keep on spreading their business and they start doing export import from the cities and the towns. Now see, this is electricity. Now what happens with electricity? I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know what happens with electricity. Obviously, electricity in a village. I told you in the starting only that this village is not a common village. It is actually purely developed village. The most of the houses are having electricity connections in their houses. Even the tube wells, fields used for small businesses are treated with electricity connections. Even the business which they do in Palampur, they are non-farm activities also, like animal husbandry, transportation, and many other things which also consumes electricity. And this is the electricity part of the Palampur. Now let's come to here. This is the school you can find here. In Palampur, there are two primary schools and one high school. If I say there are approximate how many families I just told you? There are 450 families. If we multiply 450 people with 4 members in a house, so approximate 1800 of the strength is staying in Palampur. Out of that, if we divide into 3 the men, the women and the children, if we divide them, then we can find 1/3 of the population is children. Means out of 1800, 600 of the students of the children occupies the population among the people in Palampur. In 600 students, you are studying in Millennium School. You know that what is the strength of your school? Approximate 4,000, 5,000. We have crossed 5,000 in the Millennium Lucknow. But these are the students which are having 2 primary schools and 1 high school among only these 600 students. Means 3 schools for 600 students. If we divide these 600 into 3, there will be 200 students per school. Not bad. I say that every child will get a proper schooling, proper attention from a teacher, because only these type of students will be getting education, and it might give a very better and developed village in future. Now the picture, if you can see right now, this picture depicts the dispensary, because Palampur is having one private dispensary. What is dispensary? Dispensary is an emergency hospitality where the people can come for in emergency, for first aid, for anything, where doctors come and sit and they give you in daily for virals, for fever. So this is a health center type of a thing, where one dispensary is there in Palampur. See, it shows now that it is very developed village, but don't forget it is an imaginary one. This we have made, and obviously whenever we imagine, wow, like this, in this lockdown, we know we can have such lovely food from a very good hotel or any buffet or barbecue nation or somewhere in spice caves. Means we wish, we actually crave for that food. So like that only, when we imagine for better, for good. So if we are imagining for this right now about the place of Palampur, so we are imagining the developed village. So you need to now imagine yourself as a villager, and you are considering as your means, imagine yourself as a villager and your village as India. Means you need to look up everywhere. So in the previous slide you have just seen that there are 2 places, country and a city. So you need to consider your city as your city, your house, and country as your house. So this is Palampur village, and you need to study the chapter in a story form, which is known as the story of a village, Palampur, which is actually the study of our own country. This is the second page of the chapter. You need to go through the chapter. You need to understand each and everything. You need to read this page, and in the next session we'll start the second page of the chapter. So this is the first session, and we are signing off. Aaron Sharp from the Millennium School, Lucknow.